Hello everybody, it's Mike again. Still trying to figure out how to maneuver YouTube as well as getting it out there to other people. Uh, so while I seem kind of erratic right now, like I said, I'm still learning this thing. Anyways, a couple things that I want to talk about that were in the news in the last week or so. Uh, One thing that really ticked me off this week is this guy Jim Bunning, who's a Republican from where's he from? Kentucky. Was holding up unemployment benefits and ended up costing 200,000 people to lose unemployment benefits for probably about a week or so. I think it's going to be retroactive, though, unlike the past times that it's been held up in the Senate. But this is the only guy in the Senate that decided that he thought that we should actually do pay-as-you-go, which he voted against, and the Republicans. But he was trying to throw in the Democrats' face because the Democrats voted for pay-as-you-go, which means pay for what you're spending. So if you're gonna pay for unemployment, take it out of military spending or something to that effect. Um, so this guy held it up for like about a week and just really pissed everybody off. And I hope I can say that on here. I don't even know what the rules are here. But anyways, they finally got unemployment extended. This guy got so much heat. And what I thought was really funny about this guy was that he was actually a baseball player. He played in the major leagues for 17 years. And when he retired, he was the number two. He's Hall of Famer. He was number 2 all-time in strikeouts until Nolan Ryan came along and Roger Clemens and all these guys. So he spent 17 years in the major leagues, and then he went to the Senate. Now here's a guy that's never been employed. He played a game his whole life, and now he just sits up there in Washington and basically plays games as well with other people's lives, like yours and mine. However, Obama and the Democrats, and they got 8 Republicans on board to pass a majority, 66 to 40 something, extending benefits out until December, because they know employment, just like I said in my earlier post, employment's not coming back. It's not coming back for a while. Just to we lost 36,000 jobs last. Let's see. Last month we lost 36,000 jobs, and the stock market cheered like it was some kind of a great thing. You have to actually produce 100,000 jobs just to make up for the new people that come in. 100,000 jobs a month, that is, just to make up for the people who are being born every year, or they turn 18 and go into the job market rather. And we would have to get to where we're producing well over 1 million jobs in a quarter. I'm not sure if it's a quarter or a month, but there's a lot of jobs that we have to be able to create just to get back down to maybe like 7-8%, which is still not a very good picture as far as unemployment goes. But like I said, I believe unemployment is going to keep going up. So people can hit me up on that. Time will tell when this government stimulus runs out, and when other factors aren't considered. The census workers that were hired this year. Every 10 years they do a census, so there's hundreds of thousands of census workers hired. The government plays games with these numbers. It's a statistic, and everybody knows it's taking a statistic class. Statistics can be altered and played around with, and make things look better than they really are. Saw another article today. Actually, this one said we recorded record deficits for for the month of February. Let me get exactly what it says here. The United States dropped a record $220 billion further into the Treasury in February. Now that's up from 193.9 shortfall last February. So I guess that's year over year. And to me, that's just a staggering. That's a staggering number, and that's why I say that we're headed for really bad times because um, with all this going on in Greece and all these other nations, the pigs, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, and Spain. Um, I don't think it compares to what's going on in the United States. Uh, we're the only state that can actually, we're the only country that can actually print money. The rest of these guys can't do that. They have to come up with ways to shorten their budget or cut back their budget, cut back spending, that kind of thing. We haven't cut back anything. All we do is spend, print money. And I'm not blaming that on a Republican or a Democrat. There's just been all of them that's been involved in that. But keeping the Federal Reserve keeping rates so low that it entices so many people to do the exact same thing that got us into this mess, which is acquire credit. So, the worst thing about it is, and this is the last thing that I'm going to say, is when we have all these spending programs, we want to do health care, we need to pay for unemployed people that are unemployed, we need to, we've got Medicaid, Medicare, we've got a lot of entitlement programs, and what's really going to hit come April 15th or shortly after, whenever the numbers come out, is the revenue the government actually takes in, which is taxes. And think about how many people are unemployed versus last year. It's gone from like 7 to 10%. I mean, it's gone a third up. So basically, you got lost taxes or revenue due to unemployment. You got lost revenue due to foreclosures, being property tax. Commercial real estate, which I believe is the next big shoe to drop, and many people, depending on what part of the country you live in, but being from Jacksonville, I would go by strip malls and they would be completely just ghost towns because they overbuilt so much in Florida, and there's no jobs, so there's just nothing to support industry there. But it's a huge source of taxes for the government. And then, of course, you got less consumer spending, which obviously you get less sales tax revenue. So I'm telling you, everybody, we're in for a big change in this country. And if people think that they can keep on living on credit and live above their means, if you think you own a house, but you're upside down in it, you don't own nothing. You don't own anything. The bank owns your house. Okay? Even if you only owe $50,000, the bank still owns your house. I know a guy that's going into foreclosure right now because he's been on unemployment, and he only owes $50,000 on his house. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and end it. Like I said, I'm just still kind of practicing with this thing, and I think it'll be a little bit more entertaining once I get going. But I got to get some viewers, some people that are clicking on it. I don't even care if you watch it; just click on it. That's all I need. All right, everybody have a good day. Peace.